Hello Aquarius, it is my intention to share with you today the reading that is going to give you the map for the first 15 days of February so that you can be ready for the things that you're going to be experiencing in the future and basically make the best choices accordingly. With that said, thank you for giving me a message that transcends any kind of language barriers, so that anyone who I can help is helped, thus allowing me to guide them, because it is my honest intention to help you out, and if I have the chance to do so, then why not? Alright then, let's start with your reading. Supposedly my original intention is that this goes from the 1st to the 1st to the 5th, the 6th to the 10th, and the 11th to the 15th, but the moment you watch this reading is probably the best time to apply the message I'm giving you. So please use your intuition to apply the things I'm saying to your own personal experience. Anyway, let's go with your reading. In your past. So I think you had a very rough time, because you have two cards here. You have the Page of Swords and the Seven of Wands reversed, which basically means that it was a difficult situation because you fell. There was something that failed. There was a losing battle, and you knew that you had to bail, and you were left in a situation that was very confusing, and you had to move forward because there was no other choice. It was a very confusing situation, alright, but you had no other alternative rather than to grow up, learn from it, and keep moving forward. Now, the thing is, the way you experienced the situation was really bad. Like, it wasn't a comfortable situation at all, if you get what I'm saying, because you were feeling like the Queen of Wands reversed, which means that you were feeling diminished, not in your center of power. You were not really passionate about your own life or your own choices or your own actions, and you basically, it's like not really seeing the joy of life, and thus not really feeling passion for it either. You were disappointed and pessimistic. And we can see that when it comes to the Ace of Cups and the Chariot reverse, which means that the way you acted and the way people perceived you was as someone who was really sad and didn't know how to get to the victory or to your goals. You were lost. You were disappointed. You lost a battle and you were not really sure how to feel, but you had to move forward anyway. So it was a pretty challenging time, and I don't mean to bring you down. It's just what came up, and I'm sharing this with you because it is the truth, at least the truth that I'm seeing here. And you know that old phrase that says the truth shall set you free? Well, I believe that too. So I'm sharing this truth with you. It is just another perspective for you to consider and benefit from it, because I want the best for you. And you know, sometimes we need to listen to rough things. That's just how it goes. Don't worry though, because when we keep seeing the story, we see that not everything is negative. When we go to your present moment, which is the moment you're watching this video, you know you're living a stage where you have to be passionate, and basically you're like returning from this kind of despair situation. You're returning with a passion, literally. The Knight of Wands says that you are moving forward with all your energy to manifest all the things that you want to manifest. You're not letting yourself be pessimistic anymore. You are rising up to the occasion, and you are doing the things that are necessary for you to keep evolving, which is a great thing because all the cards are upright. And this talks very good of you, Aquarius. It says that your actions and the way people are perceiving you are as someone who is very objective, flexible, understanding, well-spoken, intellectual, with a clarity of mind, and a very wise person overall, very patient as well. And this is you, basically. This is the sign of Aquarius, kind of. It represents Libra more than Aquarius, but the thing is, it has a lot of air qualities to it because it is the King of Swords, the best qualities of the mind. That means that you are capable of loving someone but not getting too involved with the situation or expecting anything more than what is already happening. So you are able to keep yourself centered. We see one person in all of these pictures, and this is you in different facets of your life. You are being the knight who is moving forward. You don't really care about the path, you just know about the goal and you're going after it, facing any kind of obstacles or oppositions. You go through it knowing that you're gonna grow stronger from them. You are acting as one whose clarity of mind is really good, and you know exactly the things to say when you need to say them. You are very well behaved, very educated, very respectful, and people can see that because this comes from experience. You are a very wise person from experience, not from contemplation, although obviously there was a lot of contemplation before you became the Page of Swords, and from this experience you became the King of Swords, so you went through a lot, which is making you think about the process, that even if it is taking a little bit too long, you still know that this is necessary, and you're willing to go through it, through this gauntlet, because the result is worth the effort, and you know it's gonna be there, so that's good. So you see, it's not all bad cards. You're doing great. Because you took a situation that was bad and you turned it into something that is the start of a new thing. And you see that what's beautiful about this, it's not just the start, it is the start of something you created. It is the start of yourself, basically. You're working on yourself. You are focused on yourself, on the things you can do about life. And I think that's beautiful. I think that's great, because not everyone is capable of doing this. And if you saw the readings of other signs, like, you would see that some other signs are really having it rough right now. So you had your turn. Don't worry. I'm not saying you haven't suffered. You have your share. Everyone has had their share, basically, during this last 2 years. But you know, it is the accelerated process of growth. It's only gonna bring good things. Anyway, when we talk about your future, Aquarius, we see that your future stage is ruled by the King of Cups, which means that it is going to be a stage that you're going to be required to keep calm and not be mixed with your emotions, but contemplate them. Let your emotions be as they may. Don't get mixed with them. Don't act on them. Just look at them. Because there is something to be understood about the things you're feeling, about the way you're feeling. When it comes to your mind, this is what worries me. This is why this is a warning, because there are gonna be this was a gift, basically, and if I can tell you so, because as you can see, you have lots of second cards. That doesn't usually happen, and it means that life really wants to help you out. So these things are gifts. Originally, this was the card that was gonna come up, the Devil, which means that in the future you're going to be thinking negatively, or you're going to be limited, or you're going to be following something that is an illusion, it's not really true. But you're going to be following it willfully, like you're going to agree with that kind of imprisonment, with that commitment, which is not really good. It's not really good because it is limiting you in ways that it shouldn't. If we talk about commitment, I could think of many other cards that are way more positive and pure than this one. Not that this one is bad, it is a necessary evil, so to speak. Whoa, those are cats fighting. Yeah, sorry about that. Let's focus on the reading. So, what I was saying is that I can think of many other cards that are more fitting for a good commitment than this one. Not because this one is bad, it is a necessary evil, it is our free will. Even our free will to tie ourselves to something that is not in our best interest. There are many relationships like that. You know, marriages where the wife is being like mistreated by her husband and basically physically abused. That's one. Some women don't want to leave that kind of relationship. And on the other hand, men who are at the hands of psychological abuse from their wives, that's also another kind of not really like an unnecessary commitment, like a bad commitment in the sense that it's hurting you more than it's healing you. But some people want to be there, and you cannot really force them out of that relationship, even if you tried, because if you did, they would resent you, and that's even worse. Thing is, what I'm talking about is that you may be in a commitment, you may want to engage in a commitment which is not really good for you. And the gift is that you have to use your intuition, because there are many things that you don't know about the situation, and if you knew them, then you wouldn't be acting in the way you're acting at that time. Which is why observation of your emotions is necessary, because this is a really subtle tendency that you're going to be facing. It is a really subtle, really powerful tendency, and you have two major arcana, so this is a huge warning. To pay attention to the way you are thinking, because some of the reasoning you are going to be using does not really make sense. You're only justifying yourself for something. About that, we do have a hint here about that. You have the Two of Swords and the Ten of Cups reversed in your actions and environment position, which means that you're going to be feeling confused and stuck about a situation with your family, because you don't really know which one is the right way to go about it to make everyone feel pleased. But when we see the Ten of Cups reversed, I feel that it's not really your fault. I feel that there is an unbalance that goes way beyond yourself. It is about everyone. It is about the way your family works, maybe, or the way your family is built. There is some disharmony which is blocking the happiness of everyone. And the solution to that, I don't think, is the options you're considering right now. I think the true solution is something that you already know, that basically it is a truth that is being hidden by a wrong sense of commitment and responsibility and duty to them, to please them maybe, when you shouldn't. This is a warning sign. Pay attention to your own emotions and realize that you are being confused and stuck and you don't really know what to do with your family, because there's nothing you can do or have to do. The only one you have to answer to is, this is gonna sound really wrong, but pay attention to me, and you learned this lesson. The only one you have to the only one in this life you owe your loyalty to is yourself. That is not selfish, that is wisdom. Because this not only applies to you, it applies to everyone on earth. Everyone is only loyal to themselves first, in the sense that if someone is asking more than they can give, then no one should do that. No one should sacrifice themselves for someone else or commit to something they don't want to be part of. That doesn't mean you don't love them. It means you love yourself as well. You see, that's the thing. You gotta love yourself for who you are and the things you want to do, and just be careful to say yes to something you don't really want to. Basically is what I'm trying to say. When we go to the base of your energy, you have the Four of Pentacles reversed, and underneath the Four of Pentacles you have the Five of Pentacles, which means an illusion, a lie, deceit, earth conflicts, and freedom. The 5 is the number of freedom as well, from conflict. So what does this mean? The Four of Pentacles means that there are some things that you should let go of. Some responsibilities don't really belong to you, and in fact taking them are making you more miserable and unstable than if you didn't, and if you just let them go. The way this applies to the whole reading is that in the past you learned how to let go of expectations, perhaps, of a dream, maybe, because you had to give up a lot of things in the past. And you can't really see the cards well, but you have the Queen of Wands, the Seven of Wands reversed, both of them reversed, the Ace of Cups reversed, and the Chariot reversed, which means that many things failed and they left you exhausted and feeling like a student again. So you had to let go of your own expectations, of your attachment to yourself, basically, and your expectations. And in the present, you had to let go of the results, basically, and of any kind of reward, because this is a new start. And any new start requires you to just let go of the future and go with baby steps and trust them. And in the future, you have to let go of the need to commit to things that are not in your best interest, because you have to realize that once you commit to those lies, they will turn you into something you are not eventually. And be careful with that, because I do not want that for you. I want your freedom. I want your honest freedom. Your responsible and wise freedom, Aquarius. And the only way you can do that is by acting in your best interest first, by helping you out, loving yourself first, and then seeing how that love translates to helping others if possible. Because you don't want to end up in a situation where you're committed to something you don't really want to be part of anymore. I think that's the warning this reading is giving you, and it's a very loving warning. I'm not trying to give you any bad news or anything. I'm just trying to give you a heads up in your own tendencies. There are many things that lie in our subconscious mind and we keep doing even though we shouldn't. And the only reason why we keep doing them is because we don't take the time to take a step back and look at those emotions. You will. You learned this skill already. You already know how to do this. It is time for you to apply it. In this challenge, you're going to be tested. This is going to be a test. And you are being required to pay attention to this test because you have to be careful. Some things are not what they seem. And the only way for you to realize that if you keep still and don't get mixed with the emotions. And yeah, don't make any kind of... It's not a good idea right now to make any kind of decisions about your family, or any kind of harmony or lack of harmony and disagreement with your family. Don't let yourself be pushed into a decision. It is not wise, it is not fair. Take your time as long as you want to, until you're comfortable. And if you're never comfortable, then don't make a decision. You don't have to. It's a lie. You are free by default. Anyway, I hope this reading helps you out, Aquarius. It is my honest intention for you to become aware, that's all. I'm just trying to show you another perspective from a Chilean, a humble Chilean guy, who thinks he can help you out by telling the things he sees on his silly looking cards. But the thing is, I do have faith that some of these things can be applied to your life, and if you just take them for what they are, a video in YouTube that lasts like what, 18 minutes, 20 minutes, and that is basically sharing some of advices and tips, then who knows, maybe you can make some better choices in the future, and that's a benefit from everyone because I'll be happy for you as well. But if you don't resonate, then you're free to look for another reader, and I hope you find someone who speaks a little bit slower, a little bit more clearer, and is more aligned with your personal experience. Yes, anyway, so if you like the video, you're welcome to subscribe to my channel, give it a thumbs up, and follow my Facebook page so I can share with you many news, such as a new tarot course that lasts for 2 months, a new series on YouTube for free that I'm gonna explain the basics about tarot for those who are curious enough to know about this kind of things, and astrology services, astrology reports, among many other things. So that's in case you want to know, and if you don't, that's alright, I like you anyway, and I wish you the best. If you want to contact me for a private reading, you can do so through my Facebook page or my mail, which is also in the description box below. I'm here to serve you. Even if this job really does take some energy from you, but I'm very happy to do it for you, because, you know, it is my small gesture for the world. Anyway, I wish you the best, guys. Have a very fun week. Be on your guard in the future, because you don't want to fall for that trap. The devil is as powerful as you let him be. And if you realize that his power comes from you, like the moon and the sun, you know, the moon doesn't shine on its own, it depends on the sun. The devil's evil depends on you, if you let it in, basically. So don't fall for it. Be on your guard, be alert, be still, see your emotions, don't get mixed with them, and don't decide if you don't want to. Wait for the perfect chance, and if that chance doesn't come, then decide with your heart what's gonna be. Yeah. Anyway, I wish you the best, guys. I hope you're well. See ya.